You can't eat my phone. Remove this. Oh. There we go. We'll get the live going. Go have your breakfast. Hi, Caitlin. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for helping me fix my locked screen on my phone. That was kind of a trick, huh, mister? Folks are gonna start tuning in. And we'll get some breakfast and some yummies. Good morning, good morning. No matter where we are, we don't have a good connection, so thank you for sticking with us and taking it for what it is. All right. Just yum yums. Henry's having breakfast. Excellent. Folks are starting to roll in. I'm just going to rearrange so that I can get Henry's snacks and foods. And welcome everybody. If you're tuning in, just let us know where you're tuning in from so that we can say hi and morning to you, say good morning to you. Sorry that our connection's going to phase in and out, but it's okay because most of the morning, here, this little guy right here, crunch, crunch, nosh, nosh. Hi, Cash, good morning. Are you ready? Should we start chatting about you? All right. So good morning from the Center for Wildlife. I'm Sarah. I'm the Community Engagement Specialist, and this here is our famous Henry, the North American porcupine. Mr. Crunchy indeed. So Henry came to us about 5 years ago after someone tried to rehabilitate him. Basically, they took him. They did. I'm telling your story. Did you know that I had more snacks? Here. You want an acorn? Yeah, that's good stuff. I gotta hide your stuff, huh? So someone had found him, more than likely at the base of a tree. It's where the moms leave the babies, and unfortunately took him. And there's physically nothing wrong with him. He's just completely tame. That's a little tricky because most porcupines are very aloof. And so they may appear to be quote unquote tame or something like that, but they're not necessarily. So if you ever come across a porcupine in the woods, more than likely they'll just sort of turn their back to you and ignore you. They're really sort of pacifists unless they're fighting each other, and then it gets a little funky. But we are really lucky to have Henry as an ambassador because a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about our porcupine friends. So first thing that we often get asked is, have we trimmed the quills off of Henry? The answer to that is a big old, here, you want some squash? Squash. Hi, Kristen. No squash? Okay. Henry is very particular about what he likes to eat. Hi, Robin. We miss you. Oh, here's a yum yum carrot. Let's see if I can get a better of him. There you go. So oftentimes, like I said, folks will ask us if we've had him dequilled. We have not. Let me see if I can sort of show his whole body. And let me see if I can get behind him and show. So he has over 30,000 quills on his body, and we would not be able to take those quills off. It wouldn't be humane. It wouldn't be best practice, and we don't need to because he's actually quite a love bug. Hi, Dan. Hi, Robin. Good morning, Dan Gardoki. If you guys want to check out a very cool podcast and some really cool YouTube videos, please do go check out Lead with Nature. Because you can learn all these bird songs, and Dan is absolutely magnificent. Good morning, Sue. Please give Rob a huge hug for us. We really miss seeing you guys around and being able to hug you. I don't know about you guys, but Henry doesn't get hugs because he's prickly, but I miss hugging folks, huh, Mr. Henry? So back to Mr. Henry. He is a North American porcupine. He has over 30,000 quills on his body, and they're really misunderstood. Lots of folks will try to say that they're really bad for forests, that they destroy things, but they don't. They're sort of nature's natural forester. So they actually keep our forests very, very healthy. They thin large plots of trees so that if a disease comes through. You're not going to lose a huge chunk of trees. They also thin them so that our undergrowth is able to get, still yum yums, so that the undergrowth is also able to grow up as well. I call them the hippies of the forest. They really are pacifists. They don't want to get into any altercations. Really, their main defense is 30,000 quills on their body. They do have those sharp rodent teeth, so I mean that's definitely a method of defense, but the main thing that they use is their quills. If they use those teeth, they have to put their face or belly near someone or the predator, and their face and their belly is the only spot that they do not have quills on them. Right, Mr. Henry? Gosh, you're good looking. Hi, Deborah. Oh, yes, we love this very much, too. I could literally just sit and watch Henry eat for days, I think. He's very, very mellow. And if you guys are able to, we did attach a donation button to this link. And if you're able to donate, it would be so helpful. We really appreciate it. We've just adjusted our open hours to 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., both for our phone as well as for animal intake. We are still admitting animals. We admitted some baby squirrels and mice and things like that yesterday. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Christian. Thank you so much for donating. We really appreciate it. Get over here. You can't come over here. You got to come right here. You want an apple? Nope, we're not digging the apple. Ooh, how about sweet potato? No, we're working on our acorn still. We adjust and work with Henry. Here, how about this? You want some snaps? There you go. We'll just keep moving around so that you guys can see Henry and watch him. Michael, thank you so much for donating. We really appreciate it. Like I said, every little bit helps, and it helps us to continue to care for patients and ambassadors like Henry here. So we do have, thank you so much, Sharon, for donating. We do have a patient who is oh, no wonder you didn't eat that. That was a gross acorn. I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys can see. Henry is really good at figuring out when acorns are gross. So if he doesn't like them, he's sort of like in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, the squirrels or the geese or whatever, the bad egg, depending upon which version you've watched. So we do have a patient inside right now who is a porcupine. And thank you guys so much for donating, Marielle, Renata. Thank you so much. It's so helpful and really helps us take care of these guys as well as our patients. The porcupine patient that we have inside right now actually has sarcoptic mange. And so what that is it's a mite that burrows underneath their skin. It is incredibly uncomfortable. Oh, Stephanie, thank you so much. So if you look, I'm going to try and turn him around. Or well, not turn him around. I'm going around him. If you look at that beautiful thick fur, like I said, over 30,000 quills on his body. When these guys get sarcoptic mange, it's terrible and it's so sad. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Jessica, for donating. Thank you, Eileen. So helpful. Can't even tell you how much this helps us. These guys end up getting sort of trapped in a body cast, if you will, when they get sarcoptic mange. It is treatable. Some of our guys, it's so funny, one of them came in and once we treated it, we sedate them and then we use olive oil, and our staff is so gentle and patient because they take toothbrushes and they're scraping all of that dead skin and things like that off. So they end up sort of looking like a giant naked mole rat, but then they grow these beautiful guard hairs. I know, sorry. And this beautiful fur and the beautiful quills back. Which is really rather amazing. So we're really grateful for folks who take the time to stop and help these guys. They're really magnificent, really misunderstood. Good morning, Carolyn. And they're really important in our world and in our ecosystems. So these guys are very closely related to beaver. Porcupines are the second largest rodent on the continent of North America. So our beavers and our porcupine, let me see if I can get this in here. Can I do it? You can see those beautiful orange teeth. So this is a beaver skull that we have. So Henry's teeth look just like that. I'm not going to reach in there and investigate them. But they actually have iron in their dentin. See that beautiful orange? It's not because they need to brush their teeth or anything like that. It's literally just so that they can do exactly what he's doing right now, which is break apart these acorn shells. And also, let me see, Henry, can I show them? I'll break this twig a little bit off. They also eat, oh, you don't want that. You want the acorn? There you go. Thank you. So if you find this is chew. Good morning, Katie. This is the chew from his enclosure. So you can actually see, if I can get this up close. I'm very not good at getting things to focus. So thank you guys for your patience. I appreciate it. You can see right here, these little teeny tiny thunk, 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 chew marks on the bark. So if you see this, more than likely you have a porcupine in the area, which is really exciting. Karen, when did Henry come to the center? Henry came to us about 5 years ago, almost 6, I guess. And he came to us as a patient first. Someone had tried to rehabilitate him and had thought that they were doing well by him, and they really meant well. But unfortunately, Henry became completely tame. And so when we spent, I think they spent about 6 months trying to wild them out. Which means, cuteness overload, exactly. You are so cute, Mr. Henry. It's how I eat too. When he came to us, we did try to wild him out, which means we didn't talk to him. We didn't, we weren't sitting there like this with him while he was eating. We're not in the mood for apples? Okay, here you go. Another acorn? All right, do your thing. And so unfortunately, Wendy, thank you so much for donating. And let's see. Brenda sending a check today. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. We know that everybody is spread really thin right now, so your support is just so, so meaningful. I'm trying to read through these as well. Wendy, thank you. Sue Montebello wants to know what their lifespan is. Henry is only 5. You should have about 20 to 25 more years with him, which makes us very happy. So the oldest porcupine I know of is in captivity, is actually down at the Museum of Science, and he's over 30, and he's really magnificent. So that is the expectation that we have given to Henry. Barbara, love the educational shows. Thank you so much. Jessica, okay, hold on, Henry, hold on. I'm coming, okay. We're very impatient. You have, Jessica has a bunch of stripped branches out back and didn't know what they were from. Yeah, definitely look for the teeth marks. And if they're hemlock, more than likely it is also one of these little handsome guys out there chewing on the branches. Sarah, thank you so much for donating. Sharon, we agree. We cannot get enough of Henry. He's one of those beautiful guys. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Katie. Let's see, Sharon. Thank you so much for putting the mail or donation in the mail today. It's so funny. We've had folks that have called to say, we're so sorry. We just don't, we're not comfortable donating online, or we don't want to donate online. Snail mail. I love snail mail. So it's really lovely. Isn't it fun to watch them spit out those acorn shells? I don't know if you can see them. Thank you, Hannah, for donating. What a mess, huh? Messy, messy, messy. So it's actually kind of cool. If you find acorns like this in the yard, you'll know that it's from Henry, or not Henry, but from a porcupine. And then mice and squirrels also chew acorns differently. So it's really kind of cool. Even just with, an acorn, you can tell the different animals that are in your backyard. Right, Mr. Man? We have a possible pair at the house, says Jen Daniels. We had a mom and a baby last year. Oh, Jen, that's so cool. That is so neat. So the babies will actually stay with their moms. Dads don't stick around. They're a one and done, and off they go. And then the mamas are really wonderful mamas. The baby females will stay with their moms for 6 months, and the baby males will stay with their moms for up to a year. So it's really, really cool to be able to watch those guys. Congratulations, Jen, on having those guys around. Hi, Thomas. You want to know what he uses his long claws for? Great question. A lot of people don't realize that these guys spend a lot of time in trees. So I used to live at a house that had apple orchards and a bunch of really big black locust trees. And these guys are renowned for crawling way, way up high and make me like a little nervous when they're up there because it's just so high up. And they eat all the shoots and buds. They love black locust. Those flowers and buds are delicious, sort of a sickly sweet candy for them. So they do really, really well. But those claws are to help them climb up the trees. And they don't climb, thank you, Michelle, they don't climb like squirrels do, so up, down, all around like spinning. They climb up with their head up, and then they back down the tree as well. And they use that tail, here you go, sir, Thank you. They use that tail on their backside to sort of like a tripod or helps them to climb down the trees. Hi, Ryan. Thank you so much for joining us. We really miss having you up here, my friend. And thank you all so much for donating. It's so helpful to have these donations come in. I know everyone is spread really thin. So really just thank you from the bottom of our hearts for helping to help us keep our doors open and still be able to bring this programming to you, and also to be able to care for these lovely friends. I do have a picture of the tip of their quill. This is a microscopic image. So if I take this quill that came off of Henry and hold it right here, see the black part? The black part is this part. So see how it's sort of jagged and that sort of thing? That is what makes the quill. Oh, sorry, sir. You didn't like that acorn. That was gross. There you go. Good job. This part of the quill. Sorry, let me get my little hand in there. The black part has these microscopic barbs on the end. So remember, they cannot shoot their quills. Say it with me, people. They cannot shoot their quills. This is what we're going to learn in quarantine, I promise. So just like our hair, when we sneeze, we don't shoot our hair off of our heads. So we're actually able to, our hair does fall off, it sheds and that sort of thing. Their quills are just a modified hair. So they will drop them, they will shed them, that sort of thing, like when we brush our hair, but they cannot shoot them. So that is an important lesson. Now you guys know, spread the word. Thank you. Let's see. Hi, Kristen. Oh, Levi, Olivia. Hello, guys. Jessica, how much does Henry eat in one feeding? Henry would continue to eat if we let him. So this is actually his meal. Oh, you got it stuck on you. Sorry, there. So he's actually getting his whole meal for the day today, but then he'll also have some kale as well as fresh browse towards the afternoon. These guys are vegan, so it is important for them to be able to eat all day long, but his metabolism has slowed down in the wintertime, and he loves his junk food. So believe it or not, apples and sweet potato and things like that are also junk food for him. Stephanie, thank you so much. He is handsome. Levi and Olivia, we love you. Nancy, thank you so much for donating. You're just wonderful. Thank you so much. Fawn, who is 6. Hi, Fawn. Wonders who the quills protect them from. You've met Henry and love him. Well, Henry says hello to Fawn. Hi, Emily. So his quills actually protect him. They only have one natural predator that's really successful, and that is the fisher. And the fisher actually hunt them arborally. So they will climb up the tree and wait for them and then knock them down and get them on their belly. I figure if you're a wild animal and you figured out how to hunt an animal with 30,000 quills on you, that's an impressive feat. So those quills really defend him from Fisher, but they also defend him from any other animal that might be coming to get him. Oh, I love you too, Levi, and Henry loves you. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Sadie. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. So he'll actually use his quills as a defense if he gets scared, and we don't like to scare him, so I'm not going to show it to you just as of yet. But when he gets scared, all of his quills will stand up on the back of his back, and he'll turn his back to you so that it's sort of like putting a shield up for him. And we love that because we know that it keeps him safe. Sometimes sometimes coyote pups will bother the porcupine and do that sort of thing. They're kind of silly that way. Most of the time it's because porcupines smell like a lot. There's a very strong scent, and I wish there was smell-o-vision so you guys could smell him. The lady porcupines love the smell, but it also causes our dogs and things like that to really want to investigate porcupines, because dogs always stick their nose where things are smelly. So unfortunately, that is oftentimes why, there you go, mister, why dogs get quilled. They never get attacked by a porcupine. Oh, my pictures are flying away. That's okay. They never get attacked. The porcupine is usually in defense. So that's kind of an important thing to remember as well. It's tricky because we love our dogs and we love our porcupines and we want everyone to be safe and happy. If you know that you have a porcupine in your yard or in your area, you just want to make sure to know that they're usually out dawn and dusk. They're pretty crepuscular. Crepuscular is a fun word for you guys if you want to come up with a new word over your quarantine. It means they're out at dawn and dusk. So just if you're going to let your dogs out, make sure that they're either on a leash or you go out first and double check. Stephanie wants to know, why do the quills hook once in an animal? Let me go find my picture that just flew away. Sorry about that. It got all windy and blew my picture away. Come back here. Here you go. There you go. So the quills have microscopic barbs at the end of them. This is under a microscope. So what happens is when the quill goes in, it will go into your body like that. And then it gets stuck. Good morning, Kim. Welcome, welcome. It gets stuck and then dislodges from the porcupine on this end. So it's definitely not comfortable for them when they have to, it's the equivalent of I could take one hair off of my head, and that sort of would be irritating, but not a big deal. But if I were to go take a fistful of hair off of my head, that could be very, very painful, unfortunately. Kim, how do you make sure human friends don't accidentally scare Henry? We try and go as slow and quiet as possible around Henry. He does not like loud noises, banging, hammers, things like that. So we're always trying to be cognizant of, buddy, all I have left are apples, and you've said no to apples this morning. Let's see. No? Wow, we're not doing apples? That's all I've got, bud. Uh-oh. We might have to. Let's see. Oh, apparently we're going to go for a walk, I guess. Are we walking because we're done with our apples? We're still looking for more acorns? Okay. All right. What I'm going to do is get Henry down, and then we can continue talking while we're walking and watching him eat. So, Henry man. Hi. Can I scoop you up? Oh, let's not take my phone, please. Nope. No, thank you. Hold on. Here we go. Ugh. You're a big guy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then we'll switch this around. And there we go. And we'll go for a virtual walk with Henry. So Henry, you'll notice him right now. He's sniffing everything. We do have a wild porcupine that hangs around in the area. So right now he's probably sniffing something that has been marked by another porcupine. You can see he's really sniffing and getting into that. More than likely, right after this, he'll stand on top of it. And here we go, and he'll mark, because that's how porcupines communicate, or one of the many ways that porcupines communicate. Oh, you're going to own the whole stick. Okay. Look at you, Mr. Man. How much does Henry weigh? Henry weighs about 5-6 pounds. And he's a chunky monkey right now. Where are you going, sir? We're going this way? Oh, he actually has found a couple shoots that he was looking at. They're over here, bud. Yeah. You looking for the fresh shoots coming up? So he will come. He's marking everything right now, sort of multitasking. And then he's also going to eat some of these fresh shoots that are coming up out of the ground, which he loves. So sometimes folks can get frustrated if they have fruit trees, or if they think that the porcupines are going to be eating their garden. I can't fit through there, Henry. I have to come this way. So what we tell folks is that if you don't want them on your fruit trees, it's really, really easy to deter them. You just take... Are you talking? Hi. Good morning. You just take metal baffles, so like just sheets of metal, actually, conveniently enough, look, just like this metal. And you can wrap them around your fruit trees about 3 feet up, and then they won't, they're sort of an animal of least resistance. They don't like to do a ton of work to get their food, so if they have to climb up to get anything past the baffle, they won't really do that. Are we still walking? Look at that bum. Henry, you're so cute. What are we looking for? We like to take him for walks, and we like to watch. We're going to lose our connection. Henry, this is why we can't walk away from the building. My love, my love. We love taking him for walks because it helps us to see, because they will change what they're eating depending upon the season. Henry, you're so cute. Well, no, you can't have that. That's my phone. Are we walking again? We're gonna lose connection. Play a little peekaboo. There we go. All right, Henry. Ooh, off you are. He says, oh, Karen's feeding folks. If folks have any more questions, we can certainly answer them. What are you doing? I don't know if you can hear him making those beautiful little noises, but that's certainly part of their charm, I think. Right, Mr. Henry? Yeah, that's beach. You only eat beach usually in the wintertime. Are you going to go? All right, Henry Hen. My friends, thank you so much for checking in with us and for spending the morning with us this morning with Henry. You have so many questions, Levi. I'm so excited to answer them for you. Oh, Henry, you can't take my phone. No, it's my phone. Henry, let go. Henry. You're naughty. You can't have that phone. Come on now. Do you have more questions, Levi? I would love to answer them for you. We can certainly hold on and see. What if you're done walking and Henry isn't? Oh, well, we're done when Henry's done. He's so funny. We just sort of follow him and let him lead us. Henry is a very lucky, lucky man. We adore him. Adorable. Let's see. Oh, we're still marking. Oh, good. And we'll be walking back towards the house, so maybe we'll have a little better coverage. Again, lots more marking, lots more sniffing. This is fun for him. It's fun for us. It's a nice break. And it gives us a chance to really observe them. Henry's decided that he owns this entire area. Okay, hon. We're going this way. Kathleen, Henry, can we make up our mind where we're going? What are you doing? Come on. You want to walk? You're so good. Maddie, we think he's a good boy, too. Caitlin, I think the phone might be his as well. Well, Henry's sort of like a whatever he wants is his, which is pretty funny. Are you leaving me? Where are you going? Okay. We'll see how much we last over this way. We may just be walking through the woods today. Who knows? We're still walking. If folks have any questions, you can certainly feel free to ask. You can also just feel free to enjoy Henry, because really, we need more Henry in the world, I think. What do you think, mister? Are we leaving? Mr. Man. Okay, Henry, we're going to have to go back, okay? So I'm going to put the phone away. I lost the connection. There it is again. Thank you so much for tuning in for our morning meeting with Henry. He really only works for food. Once the acorns were gone, Henry said, I'm out of here. I gotta go. Let's see. Oh, Josiah, can you have Henry stand up? I can try. Henry, will you stand up for me? Let's see. Come here. Can you stand up? Show your belly. Good job. So he kind of stood up there. I hope that you were able to see that. Cash, where do they have their babies? Great question. They actually have dens, which is really rather cool. I actually have a den on the back of my house, or in the backyard of my house. We put a camera. Actually, we're sharing it with a vulture, which is kind of neat. Henry, what are you doing? I don't even know what to do with you. Don't take that down. That's a lot of work to do. Hi, Addie. Addie. Henry. So Henry's basically marking everything and claiming the entire Center for Wildlife for his own. Right, Mr. Man? What do you think? So you can see, again, he's definitely following a scent from another porcupine. Right, mister? What are we going to do? Oh, did you find more acorns? No. All right, my friends, we're going to, because Henry's going to figure out how to get stuck. You naughty Nelly. Are you coming on out? Oh my goodness. You good guy. Oh, get going. We're going to climb. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am going to gather Mr. Henry and get him back to his enclosure. And we hope to see you guys tomorrow for another meet and greet. And we look forward to seeing everyone again. And again, thank you. Oh, we're climbing. Okay. Thank you again so much for all of the donations. Those are so helpful. And they really help us to keep our doors open and do our thing. Just, you're naughty now. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great